Jose, it looked so great in the first 15 minutes, didn't it? 2-0 up.
Yeah, the team, it looks obviously it's been awful the whole season. That's the truth. But against Everton and Newcastle, it looks like they were back to their best. And the start of the game, it was the same. They were fantastic, but you cannot go from 2-0 to 5-2 and more play. Anfield. It was second half was a very, very awful performance from the team.
Jose, what do you think? It's difficult to pinpoint the problem at Liverpool this season. I don't know whether you agree. I've said there's more than one problem. You know, last season they were a couple of games away from being one of the best sides in history. Now I look at the side this year, there hasn't been any real consistency in terms of at the back, the two centre backs, whether it's Van Dijk, Matip, Gomez, Konaté. They've changed the full backs. There hasn't been any real stability in the middle of the field. Where do you think the main problems have been?
It's like you just mentioned. I don't think it's one problem. First of all, I think some of the players there, they won everything. My honest opinion, the biggest one is they didn't really buy the players that they needed. You know, you cannot let Sadio Mane then buy Darwin, Gapco obviously in January as well. Players that they still need to be made, you know, into the Premier League. They're doing okay, but they are no money. You know, Salah as well, he looks off completely. Van Dijk looks off completely. Trent is being really bad this season as well. Obviously, I'm not just pointing at these players because it's been the whole team. You know, but the truth is many world-class players in this team, they've been performing. Like, actually, if he had options, it was to bench them, you know. And for me, the biggest example, even Salah yesterday was really good. Mm-hmm. I don't know what's going on with him since he actually lost the final in the AFCON. You know, he's another player. He looks like another player completely. And you just renew the contract, make him one of the biggest salaries in the Premier League, and he's another player. I'm actually believe that they should buy someone actually to compete to really take his place right now.
Yeah. What do you think the latter stages of the season now? What, a few months left in the Premier League? They're probably going to go out in the Champions League. What do you think that's going to look like for this Liverpool side? They're obviously going to be really fighting for top four. Is that a realistic possibility in your eyes?
Well, right now, yes. Right now it's a realistic target because they have one game in hand and depends. But how much this result is going to affect them mentally, that we don't know until we see them in the next game. That's the truth, because losing with this, even Madrid in the second half, you know, the freedom, you know, they were 50% of their capacity and beating the team so easy. Liverpool, it was really hard to see, you know, and obviously how they are going to react to this. They are going to come back to the performances before Everton and Newcastle, or they're just going to pick up, you know, from Everton and Newcastle and they keep going and try to push for that top four. It's still realistic, yes, but they need to make a lot of points, to make top four.
It's actually better than you say, because they've got 2 games in hand and it's 7 points behind Spurs. So when you put it like that, if those 2 games are 2 wins, it cuts it down to a one point deficit, doesn't it?
Yep. Which I was going to say to you, and I was going to ask you, looking at the performance last night, the one thing you have to say, were we a little bit underestimating? It's a crazy thing to say, but let me try and explain it. Were we underestimating Real Madrid a little bit? Because in La Liga, I think they're 8 points behind this Barcelona side, and they just haven't been firing domestically. But I've got to say, on the second half performance, they look back to their best.
Yeah, the team look at the last goal as well. What Modric does with 37 years of age,
incredible.
You don't have any midfield like this in Liverpool. With all my respect to all the midfields, you don't have a player like Vinicius. You don't have a player like Benzema. And at the end, this kind of teams is the only team in the world really that you can perform at your best to beat them. You have to beat them, but they don't have to be at their best to beat you. You know, it's very strange. They yesterday, if you look at their game, I think I just read today from 9 chances they scored 5. You know, who does that? You know, it's unbelievable. And the other chances, they were crazy as well. They actually were really close to a goal as well. So it's just a team that more in this competition, they transform. That's why they have 14 European Cups. That's the truth. Why they have that many, you know, because they are the best at it.
Jose, what would it be like seeing that man, Modric, at 37 years of age, just move around the pitch like he did last night? If you're one of the younger players, if you're one of the Liverpool younger players, and you're looking at that thinking, hang on, he's 37.
It's a standard.
Yeah. Yeah, it shows you that I'm actually say this quite often as well. I'm tired of all the biggest teams now, and even the smaller teams as well, buying all the top talent young players in the world. And then it's so many good players that are still at their 30s, 28, 29. Look at this guy with 37. And probably, if he's not the best, he's top 3, the best midfielders in the world. That's why he won the Ballon d'Or and is still at the top with 37. So that's why with the youngest thing, I still, for me, I don't know why they're spending so much money in youngers when there's still so many good players in other ages that they are so good. And Modric, Benzema yesterday, I remember first half, we were talking about here because me and my father-in-law, mother-in-law, and my wife, we were watching the game. He's not doing too much. And I say, that's the problem. When he doesn't do too much, that's the problem. Because he come twice and then he scored. And actually, that's what he did, and it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Modric, Benzema, these kind of players, how they can still perform at the highest level and playing most of the minutes of his team as well in La Liga, Copa del Rey, Champions League. It's unbelievable.
Jose, you clearly, listening to you, absolutely love your football like we all do. I'll bet you're really looking forward to the League Cup final on Sunday.
Yeah, 100%. I'm really looking forward for Newcastle as well. It's long time that they won a trophy. I believe the last time actually I was there when we won the championship, promoted to the Premier League. Yeah. That was the last trophy I believe the Newcastle won. And I'm actually going to the game as well. I'm going to the Carabao Cup final as well. So really, really looking forward for this, and I really hope if obviously Bruno is going to be back, they're going to mix Nick Pope there in the goal. Let's see what Karius can do, but definitely if they perform like they've been doing, definitely I believe they have a massive chance to win, and I will be very, very happy and celebrating that for them as well.
Excellent, Jose. Thank you so much.
Enjoy it, Jose. Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Have a great day.
Thank you so much. Jose Enrique there on talkSPORT Breakfast. Big Carabao Cup final this weekend. Newcastle United against Manchester United. Who wins that one? You can listen to it on talkSPORT. Also, Newcastle fans, how impressed are you with the job that Eddie Howe has done so far? And Manchester United fans, how confident are you that this can be your first piece of silverware for, what is it, about 6 years or something like that?
Wasn't it Europa rather?
Yes, Europa League.
talkSPORT Breakfast with Laura Woods, Monday to Wednesday mornings 6 till 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.